afternoon and welcome to Say News File. I'm Daniel Barker Tremblay. Tommy Osborne will have a look at the latest highlights later. What can we expect, Tommy?
Got a lot of exciting Trojans news, some pro sports, and even a Tiger Woods update.
Sounds fantastic. Rachel Weed will have a look at weather later today, but first, here are your today's top stories. Alberta healthcare workers and other medical staff are now sitting at 96% being fully vaccinated. AHS has introduced rapid testing for frontline workers that currently aren't fully vaccinated to keep those at work to fight against COVID within the province. However, there are still those that haven't gotten their first jab, which could be a loss in frontline workers. Alberta Health Minister Jason Copping says he doesn't want to see this happen during these trying times.
I do not want to see services in any community reduced because staff are unable to work.
Alberta Health Services President Dr. Vina Yu says that over 3,000 service members have not only failed to submit proof of vaccination or chosen not to get the doses. Canada has announced that it's now dropped the requirement for showing PCR tests for Canadians that are wanting to take shorter trips into the United States. This rule, however, only applies to those that are fully vaccinated. Permanent residents, people under the Indian Act, and children under the age of 12, and for others who have medical exemption. However, those wanting to travel over the border still need to provide proof of vaccination and government issue ID. Abbotsford, BC is now facing its roughest patch yet as heavy rainfall adds on to its flooding situation. It's currently facing the North Nooksack River and it's currently making its way up towards the surrounding neighborhoods. Farmers in the area are hoping that things start to dry up so that they can get into their areas to do cleanups. Spider-Man No Way Home tickets went on sale in just 24 hours across all of North America. Over 3 million tickets were sold, grossing over $35 million in ticket sales. This puts Spider-Man on the heels of Avengers Endgame ticket release, short by $5 million pre-COVID. Spider-Man No Way Home swings into a theater near you on December 17th. The COVID-19 pandemic put quite a few events on hold, including community festivals. This past weekend brought at least one festival back. Jaron Fisher is live now from the newsroom to tell us more about it. Jaron, what's the festival?
Yeah, this is the first year that FrostFest has been a thing, Dan. The festival was held in both Valley View Park and Sacramento Park over the last couple weekends. FrostFest included lots of games, food, music, and art for everyone who came to the parks. It came together in just 10 weeks because a grant was about to expire, but until now, a festival couldn't be held. The festival was extremely successful. Everyone that went to the parks enjoyed themselves and just loved it. Festivals are important for communities to come together, take some time off, and for everyone to get to know their neighbors.
This weekend has been absolutely fantastic. The community, the surrounding community has been so supportive. Dover Community Association has provided us with volunteers, which have been invaluable, absolutely fantastic. But more than anything as well, we've had more people here than we thought we would, which is great. But more than anything, there are so many smiles. Everybody is having a fantastic time.
The organizers aren't sure if FrostFest will come back next year, but they are really hoping that it will. Back to you, Dan.
That was Jaron Fisher live from the newsroom. Government demands all indoor dining should be closed to help reduce the spread of COVID. With restaurant owners having hard times with the third wave hitting their businesses, owners are now seeing a decrease in numbers in patrons. St. News File's Liz Dang has more.
As the third wave hit Alberta, the government demanded all indoors dining at the restaurant to be closed and only those with outdoor space should be open. This is the only way to reduce the spread of COVID-19. There are only few restaurants that have patches, and the other restaurants have to lose their money to the third party or close their restaurant completely. They are all losing a lot of money and they only struggle to make their end meet. It's really hard that they can't compare to what they used to make.
Almost 50 to 60% is the sales initially. First 3 months was almost 50% drop. Then a lot of support started coming from the local guests. They started doing takeouts and all. Then it started affecting building. But again, we are affected because of the third-party delivery services. They charge 25 to 30% commission.
Outdoor dining is really hard because restaurants barely get guests. And what contributes to this loss is when the weather is not good, like cold weather or rain. People will not want to sit in patios where they feel cold. They rather order their food. The owner of restaurants are making loss instead of profit. They all wish that this restriction should be lifted anytime the wave reduced to be able to try and recover from this.
We have definitely seen a decrease in amount of people, especially based on the weather. So, you know, if it's snowing outside, if it's less than 10 degrees, I would say, we definitely see a decrease in the amount of guests that we are hosting at the restaurant. Additionally, the amount of tables that we have on the patio are limited due to just capacity reasons.
It isn't hard to run a business in such a time. The owner of restaurants are trying, but they're still struggling. All in all, we have to obey rules and stop the spread of COVID-19. For State News File, I'm Liz Deng.
Those are today's top stories. We'll have a look at your full forecast after the break, but first, Rachel Weed has a look at what's going on in Calgary this week.
The Gateway is bringing the talent with Moon Tricks, coming to perform with featured guests Gravy Train Bandits live on December 4th from 8 to 10 p.m. Get your tickets at allevents.in. A Christmas Carol is back for its annual performance at the Arts Commons. Come see Scrooge learn his lesson on December 2nd from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Tickets are available at eventbrite.ca. The Hills are live at the Storybook Theatre with The Sound of Music. Watch Maria list her favorite things on December 3rd at 7 p.m. Get your tickets at rootshomeeducation.com. Join Alberta Dance Theatre for an immersive show that takes place in a magical midnight circus. Travel through a story of love and trust at the Pump House Theatre on December 2nd from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Tickets are available at eventbrite.ca. Come get your heavy metal side out. War is coming to McEwen Hall December 3rd at 7 p.m. Get your tickets at ticketsmarter.com.
Awesome. Well, raindrops on roses is probably one of my favorite things. Let's take a look at the national weather. In the west, we do have a little bit of wonky weather with Vancouver sitting at 11 degrees and rainy. In the mid-prairies there, we're sitting around 5 to 6 degrees with partly cloudy and a little bit of sun. Let's take a look at the east here. We have Toronto sitting at 5 degrees and partly cloudy. Montreal and Halifax, kind of sunny, so we can get the sunglasses out. And St. John's sitting at a moderate 0 and partly cloudy, so we can definitely get those lawn chairs out and get a little tanning in before Christmas. Now we can take a look at what's happening down south in Paradise.
Palm Springs is sitting at a moderate 20 degrees and clear. Barbados a little hotter with 30 degrees and partly cloudy. Grab your umbrellas in Cancun with thunderstorms and 25 degrees. Honolulu getting some precipitation, sitting at 29 with some clouds and rain. Disney World and the gambling capital are both seeing some sun and in the mid-20s.
In Calgary today, we are currently sitting at 7 degrees and partly cloudy. There's some wind coming from the northeast at around 19 kilometers an hour, and we can expect some rain and partly cloudy later on tonight. Now taking a look at the province, it is kind of looking like a teenager, a little bit moody. We have Edmonton and Calgary sitting at 6 and 7 degrees, partly cloudy. And down in the south, we have Medicine Hat and Lethbridge sitting in the mid to low teens, so we can definitely get our sunglasses out. And now taking a look at the 5-day forecast. Tonight we can expect a low of -3 and rain. Tomorrow a high of 2 and a low of -8 with some light snow. Saturday sitting around the same with cloudy and a little bit of snow. You can expect a little bit of sun breaks there. Sunday light snow, a high of -3 and a low of -9. And Monday a high of -3 and a low of -12 and partly cloudy. Awesome. Tommy Osborne will have the hype with the sports after this break.
When you donate to the Salvation Army, you're not just donating a coat, you're donating another warm night for someone that needs it. When you donate to the Salvation Army, you're giving someone hope. So why wait? Give hope today.
Come and learn the fast-paced world of television production. Find your passion to write, shoot, edit, and direct news, sports, and dramatic productions. With industry-standard technology and the best instructors in the business, SAIT's television production program teaches you everything you need to know for a career in broadcasting. This is television production. Come and dare to be on air.
Welcome back to St. News File. Tommy Osborne joins us now for a look at the latest highlights. Tommy, what can you tell us about the sports world going on right now?
Well, I think SAIT students should be really excited for the Trojans news we have upcoming. After over 20 years, SAIT is bringing back its badminton team. Coach Austin Leah is looking to build interest by starting out with a badminton club before looking for players that would be interested in competitive play. He hopes to have a team together by the end of the year before competing in ACAC events in 2022. Even though badminton hasn't been around for over 20 years, it has the most medals for SAIT with 44 golds, 17 silvers, and 26 bronzes. And badminton isn't the only thing to look forward to. We have some Trojans games coming up this weekend. On Friday, the men's hockey team faces off against Concordia University of Edmonton, while the men's and women's volleyball team travel to take on the Red Deer Polytechnic. Saturday features a volleyball rematch, except SAIT will be hosting that one so you can cheer on the Trojans. Over to pro sports, we have a lot of hockey action tonight. The Maple Leafs have incredibly gone 14-2 over their last 16 games, while Colorado is 7-1 over their last 8. Should be an exciting matchup between two hot teams. But for the teams that aren't so hot, we got a Canadian matchup between the Canucks and Senators. They're really struggling, could use the win. Seattle has won 4 of their last 5 after a slow start to the season and will look to keep up their momentum against Detroit. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh continues their Canada tour against the Oilers as well. They lost against Montreal and Calgary earlier, so they're still looking for a win during this Canadian road trip. Over in basketball, the Toronto Raptors hosted the Memphis Grizzlies last night. After a slow first half, Precious Achiuwa gets things going with that two-hand slam. Spicy P, Pascal Siakam, cuts in, finds his man Scotty Barnes for the 3. Brings them within 8. Our man Fred VanVleet cuts in, pulls up, finds his spot, brings Toronto within 3. But Toronto's momentum is halted with this high-flying Brandon Clark dunk. Down 5, 30 seconds left. Toronto can't complete the comeback as Jaren Jackson gets a wide-open dunk to seal the deal. Even though Memphis star John Morant has been out for their last 2 games, the Grizzlies keep finding ways to win with their role players stepping up. For Toronto, their slow start was too much to overcome, and they've now lost 10 of their last 13 games. Things don't get easier as they host the reigning champion Milwaukee Bucks tomorrow. Tiger Woods addressed the media for the first time since his February 23rd car crash. Woods said he isn't sure if he will golf in any tournaments in the future and that he is just grateful to have his health.
I'm lucky to be alive, but also still have the limb. Those are 2 crucial things.
Woods added that his leg injury is unlike any other injury he's had before, but his experience in coming back from other injuries has helped him get through this one. And that's a look at sports.
You know, from everything that you've said thus far, what an amazing group of highlights. I can't say that more. As much as a sports fan as I am, you know, especially seeing the 3 points from the Toronto Raptors, but hopefully they'll come back with a good comeback. However, I have to ask you a quick question, Tommy. Have you seen the show Squid Game?
Just like everyone else, yes, I have.
Well, along with everyone else, there's someone that is a very popular YouTuber that did his own Squid Game called Mr. Beast, and those people that competed in that YouTube channel were able to win, or possibly tried to win, a big group of money. That video got over 100 million viewers within less than 24 hours. Let's take a look.
56 people survives the longest, wins 456 grand.
The first game we're gonna play is red light, green light, and they have 30 minutes to cross the red line on the other side of the huge room.
So, all right, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go two. Let's go two.
Yeah. Oh, you already knew that one. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Up.
Oh.
You see how many I've gotten? Take the next one.
How many did you guess right?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, honestly, it's time someone else steps up.
Hey, every second somebody doesn't step up.
Mr. Beast doing his thing, it makes me want to one day compete for his thing. Thank you so much for joining us on St. News File. I'm Daniel Barker-Tremblay with Tommy Osborne.
Well done.